Hello, Earth Gang. It is Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025. We're here. Live stream number 200 and something. Yeah. Hope everybody has a great day. Hope everybody's Monday was good yesterday. Because a bad winter ahead of us. It's already cold. I don't know what hell is like. This ain't as cold as hell would be, but it's next couple months might be for sure. Title episode, title of the stream. No one knows you anything. If you feel like somebody does, you're wrong. You owe yourself something. The one person that owes you anything is yourself. And that is to focus on yourself. And because if you don't like yourself, if you don't, what up, Patricia? Good morning, girl. If you don't focus on yourself, if you don't have some kind of oneness with yourself, what up, Shorty? Then you aren't be able to have a good connection with other people. You're not going to be able to socialize properly, as it were. Yeah, this will be a little quick one. Not gonna be too long. One of my co-hosts, actually both of them, we all know Chris is going through some troubles. One of my other co-hosts also. What up, Steph? Good morning. One of my other co-hosts is also going through some problems at the time. I'm trying to send him the link so he can talk about it a little bit, but I'll probably save that for later because he can't get on right now. Yeah, they're going through lady problems, but it's like you can't. So I'm telling you, I feel like one, you got to be ready to just go out that door, and it's sad. But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till we're all together and we can kind of like crunch down. Even if because it's got me. All this has got me thinking like the way like life is. It's one way, and the next thing you know, it changes a whole nother way. What are y'all getting into on Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025? Yeah, but there's darkness in the future. Some of my buddies possibly. It scares me. It scares me for sure. It makes me wish there's something more I could do. What up, Quake? There makes me wish there's more I could do, but there's not really much. The only thing I can do really is offer an air of support, and there's offer is lend my support to their, and just talk, and I will be able to do more soon. But like I said, we gotta figure out stuff with ourselves first before we can save. But if you want to save the world, that's not. You're gonna have to focus. You're gonna start with you. You got to be the change you want to see. Yeah, and it sucks. Yeah, but like I said, no one knows anything but yourself. So you're gonna have to come to terms with that, and that's how you're gonna get buried, or you're gonna pull yourself up out of the quicksand. I try my best. I fall short of. I try my best for sure. I try my best. I realize my shortcomings, and that's another thing of like of being a man and being a good person. My masculine imperative tells me that I realize my mistakes, I realize when I'm wrong, and I learn from that, and I'm willing to change my ways if need be based on the scenario. Like if it if I feel like it's not something, I feel like it's all bullshit, don't really need to be changed per se like that, then I won't roll with it. But as a man, you've got to be willing to make compromises as a human being. Yeah, but it just got me. Like it had me wanting to get the what up, Jules? It had me wanting to like try to figure something out. Like, yeah, man, we'll pitch you a 10 up or something out here. But that's all. That's all fantasy talk. That's all. That's 100% fantasy talk right there. Yeah, we got that. We're figuring that out. Well, obviously, and the last thing on his mind is gonna want to be the stream. Oh shit! You got to be careful, dude. You might hit your mom as well. She's underneath this table. Hi, Gabe. Wait, let me tell her to move on. Go on, get Hi, Gabe's mom. Go. Apparently, he's watching me through a scope. But yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if the buddy's like mind is on streaming. Like I don't know. My mind wouldn't be. I went through some bad stuff a few years back. Well, I don't think any of them exist anymore. But there were streams of me. Uh, I'd be crying, drunk crying. What up, Stanley? Thank you, brother. This ain't a cabin. This is a shed. We shed life over here. No, it's not really. What up, River? Go ahead and put this shit on right here. But yeah, I'm trying to figure that out for my buddy. I hope that none of the. I hope that. What up, Gideon? I hope that none of that video or audio exists of me with that stuff. So it might not be a good idea to get the buddy on the stream with all the shit going on that he's got going on. You feel me? But ugh, it's hard. It is hard for him. But I know what he's going through. Anybody's been through some shit, they know. Thank you, Manuel. Yes. I sometimes would wax it, but it's all natural today. What are you guys getting into? Plans for the holidays? Anybody got plans for the holidays? Stressing on that. If you are, don't be. Yeah, that's pretty much and that sucks because like stuff, I want to do more than what I can at the moment, but that's gonna take that would like that takes time and planning. You feel me? Because like we all got our own shit. I remember whenever I was like 19 or 20, I tried to hit my mom up for some kind of assistance. Um, it was something I needed help for, but we're all adults. She's going through some shit as well, and she said, "Son, I would help you if I could, but we are all going through some shit." Kind of keep that in mind. So no, and it just you can't put all your eggs in one basket either. So I wish he was able to be on here, and that way we could like get a good conversation going with this situation because it's not good. Jose, I have. Yeah, the treatments have helped me out. I was gonna try to think of some kind of reply to you, but I have none that hit into my head. How's your day going, buddy? Are you hiding from ICE? Have they? How's that? How does that life work out for you? Constantly being on the run and hiding from immigration services. Yeah, let him troll on trolls. Roast me. Let's see if I can get roasted. You know, um, everybody that's a troll is punk ass bitch. For the most part, um, they think that they're little internet dweebs. They feel like people owe them. You don't do any of these so-called holidays, okay? Religious, personal. What's your reasoning behind that? Like I know that Christmas is not about Christ or anything like that, but I like it, for doing it with my son and stuff like that, because it's kind of the spirit of I know it's like kind of might take away what a VKKILL, but it's we celebrate as kind of like a family event. I feel like we don't put no religious ties to it. Yeah, it is, but I mean that's what all things should be put towards his name. Um, but if you look at something like Christmas or Easter, those are pagan holidays not mentioned in the Bible. So a lot, like the Puritans, they wouldn't celebrate Christmas or Easter, things like that, because it's not explicitly mentioned in the Bible. To get the 300 you lent me, you ain't ever getting that 300 back. You ain't ever getting that 300 back, buddy. Hell no. got at like 3 par. I don't know. Me just chilling, getting ready to go to work before had an epiphany. Got a buddy that's going through a lot of shit. I wish he could be on here. We'd be getting down talking about it. So I just want to. Nobody owes anybody anything, you know. Your masculine imperative tells you that you have to do stuff you don't want to do. Your masculine imperative tells you, and if you don't have that masculine imperative, you have like, as a man, if you don't feel like you need, if you don't want to do stuff outside your comfort zone, you have a high level of estrogen. Yes, he does. He does, in fact. Love you. Yes. But, um, Jesus, having Jesus love and believing Jesus is one thing, but you gotta like, you can't be a punk ass bitch and keep on believing in God. You know, it's sure meek, but you can't just be like, oh yeah, everything God's just gonna do it for me. Let me just sit around and wait for God to do it for me. No, that's not gonna happen. You're not gonna have shit be done for you. So you gotta do it for yourself. Let me read some of these comments. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you, Raven. Exactly. So Easter, I heard that's connected to Mesopotamian Luciferianism kind of shit. Easter, Ishtar type of situation. But the Yuletide with the tree and all that stuff, that's Holy Christmas for sure. Did you add that lint and hair strands yourself, or is it natural? No, this is that style. This is that new cowboy style is having the lint and hair strands on it. Didn't you know? Oh, Esther was a Nordic fertility goddess. See, I didn't know that. Why do Christians in Bethlehem pray to Allah? I don't know what the fuck they be doing in Bethlehem. I live in the United States. I'm here in Tennessee. Steve, thank you. That is a strange comment for one man to say to another man to admire his hair, but I will take it. Yule, known as Christmas, celebration of winter solstice. Yeah. Yeah, so you got to think like this, and somebody else said Easter represents the resurrection of the Lord Jesus Christ. And so yeah, that's like, but before organized Christianity made these holidays into what we recognize them as today, they were these other things. So we do have to come to the realization of that. Yeah, I guess there are hella bots coming out. What country are y'all from? Are y'all bot? Is it like bot farm from India? Ding a ling a ding ding. Supreme Twinkie. I don't worship Allah. I don't. Fuck Allah. I worship God. I worship the God I was raised to believe in here in the US. Let me see. I'm knowledge in all religions in the world. Yeah. I love studying. I that's like was it anthropology and you study human culture and things like that. Yes, you can have faith, but faith is one you got to have like the full what's it called, the full armor of God. You got to have the full you can't just expect like yeah, you're saved now, you have the inner God and Jesus in you, then the world's going to start manifesting, reality is going to start doing what you want. No, that's not going to happen. Let me see. Casino American, nice. You in Appalachia? I be chilling up in Appalachia. Yeah, but I feel like Muslims made it into their own thing, right? Whereas Jesus could be seen like evidence of Jesus and his forecoming was told about in the Old Testament. You can see stuff all over Isaiah and Ezekiel. And I just woke up and I'm not a theologian by any means, but um and Allah was a moon god. Like that's why they had their symbol Allah and all that shit was him. He was the tribal god of Muhammad's tribe, and like they had chosen him to be above all the other gods all those people had. No, John Still. I think you miscommunicating. Did I get this hat off the set of Brokeback Mountain? No, I got it from your mama after I broke her back, boy. Well, now you're quoting Tolkien's works to me. Well, Tolkien was inspired by the Bible whenever he was inspired by Genesis whenever he was creating the creation story of Middle Earth. James, what account do you want to shout? People should be a Latter Day Saint. Well, they want to have like 5 or 6 wives. That probably is the only thing that would convince people to want to be Latter Day Saints. I would say. Am I Amish? No. Allah is the God of Abraham. Are you smoking meth, John Steele? Yeah. What do you? What are you like? An atheist? I never realized the Amen and Amen Ra. That's something new to me. Oh my God! Quote: His mom is trans. That's impossible. How a mom, somebody that gives birth to a child through her vagina, that's a woman. They could try to turn it inside out. They could like chop their titties off, do whatever they want to, but that's still a woman all day. Same thing with dude. They could try to do it the other way around. It's still the same thing. What up, Rayanne? How you doing? The Bible is way more true and relevant than the Quran. Like the Quran actually has accounts of, well, the Old Testament has a lot of violent stuff in it, like talking about killing whole villages and tribes and stuff like that. But there ain't no trans. Yeah, why trans? It's not trans hate. It's just reality. It's reality. Like there is a trans is not. They think that there's that's something that society has created and put into them. Oh, so okay. So you're saying that you can put a child, John Still, you can put a child inside of a man. A man has a womb that's capable of carrying a baby. Fuck no. Fuck no. That's impossible. Yeah, how do you know it was? How they say they? Everybody's always like the Quran has never been altered. The Quran was written by Muhammad. Why? Why does what up, Muff? Why does people feel like how what proof do they have that Muhammad wrote the Quran? What proof do they have that that shit's never been changed? Whenever they busted out of Arabia and started conquering all the other places around them, and they started like going between these different dynasties, the caliphates, like what proof do you have that that shit was never changed? You know, any of this, anything could be, and I believe that the Bible. I'm a Christian. I believe the Bible could be changed. That could actively be changed and altered to an extent to deceive Christians and believers. Like I don't believe in the rapture. I don't believe any of that. Like a lot of people are gonna believe. Like I saw I don't believe in purgatory. And when you die, it's like it's like whenever you're asleep for a deep, deep black sleep, like you don't exist, and then you wake up and it's Judgment Day. Thank you, Raven. He is the most quoted figure in all those books. Yeah, I gotta take a hit. It's a hit break. Yeah, yeah, it's something I want to study more and something I want to become more knowledgeable of. It's not something I just want to like talk about and quote. I don't want to be a false teacher. I don't want to sound, I got all the, I'm not trying to, this is not a Bible channel. I'm not, it's not a Bible channel, but I am Christian. And if it comes up, I will talk about it. I want to talk about it in a more intelligent way, I suppose. A white Jesus of Texas. I never said I believed in such a thing. Girls role playing a man can be pregnant, but no real man can have a baby. Yeah, mentally ill people do believe that, buddy. And the number of people that believe in that shit is skyrocketing. I have studied into the Church of Jesus Christ Latter Day Saints, um, and they just I don't know that don't appeal to me. It does not appeal to me. Like it's like reading the Book of Mormon. It's almost like Lord of the Rings fantasy kind of shit itself as well. You know, between yeah, the Book of Mormon's about how like all the Indians in the U.S. used to be white, and then different things happened, and God turned them into Indians. And then the angel Moroni was leading, like lost, like a lost tribe of Israel, like a family from Israel. Nephites came over, and they had Lamanite. It reads like a fantasy story for sure. And Joseph Smith was supposedly 14 years old when he came up with all this shit, discovered all this shit. Millions of people across the earth believe this. Do you think that if you died of old age, when you get to heaven, you'll be young again, or would you still be old? Sorry if I'm shivering. I'm a little cold. I don't know. That's beyond my understanding. I would think you would be in your prime again. You'd be in your peak. But you got to think stuff like, what about people like with children and stuff like that? Would you be with your children when they were little kids again, or would you guys be with your children when they're adults? Or what about the people who never met their kids as adults? Yeah, like many different things to think about. The good question. Well, they don't have like that's the fundamental the Latter Day Saints, the fundamental sects who live out in the deserts, the fringe Mormons. They still do keep multiple wives. Let me keep reading. Ooh, it's cold as hell. Have I ever astral projected? No, I don't. I don't know. I don't think I have. I believe some people have the ability to. I think that maybe I smoked too much weed or something, and I might have lost that ability. Raven HQ, subscribe to the channel, brother. You speaking out facts. Yeah, and that's another thing the Book of Mormon states is that Jesus, he came to the United States. He came to the United States after his resurrection. Mm. Quayo Gaia, you stream it. That's not Iron Cross. It's a Crux Terminatus, first of all, and I will show you guys. This is a Crux Terminatus from Warhammer 40k, and this is a Tupac song. No hate. There's no hate in it. The island spoke. See, now we can get it. See, that, when we start getting into like Tataria, that's what Quayo. What a BDJ. Let me go down here. Jesus is an American. He's what the fuck? Well, no shit, he's not. He's fucking some shit. He's not American, and I don't believe he was white either. For sure, he was like macchiato of some sort. And regardless of what he was, like that doesn't affect him as a person either. Like, what if Jesus was black or white? Like that doesn't matter. Like I don't look at shit like that. You feel me? Like if God was a black guy or a black woman, I'd still be like, oh, that's God. Which he definitely probably isn't. But I'm just saying, you can't. It's evil to look at shit like that. And all these liberals be looking at shit. And what a rip. The liberals look at stuff. They look at anything and everything for hate. Whenever they realize I talk to somebody and they know there ain't no hate. He went to Puerto Rico and ate plantains. Shit, I would have too. What up, Gma? We were having a little active. It was a little active afternoon stream today. We got trolls. We got cool people. We got everybody. We got everything going on. What's up? What up, Sassy? Ooh, I'm fucking freezing. Yeah, there's no reason hating by your equally worth it. Exactly. Like nobody. We all enter the earth crying. We all shit. We all piss. We all gotta eat. We all gotta sleep, and then we all die. Where am I at? I'm on Earth. Yeah, I believe Jesus was Middle Eastern too. And even if Jesus was black, like that would be cool. That would be great. If he was black, that would make honestly that would make everything better for the whole world. Because like we, racist motherfuckers would have to get over that and realize that they've been worshiping a black guy the whole time, and then uh, black people wouldn't feel like they've had a white god put over them their whole lives. I don't know. I don't know how any of this goes. I'm just speaking hypotheticals. That's what I heard coming out in GTA 6. Yeah, but he wasn't a Palestinian. He was a Judean. He was a Judean or something like that. I forgot what they call him, Aramaic. But Palestine was, I guess it was Palestine back then. You're right. I don't want to sound like a dumbass. That was Palestine back then too. Um, but it was like Syria, Palestine before. But they call it Palestine, I think. And correct me if I'm wrong, but is that not connected to the Philistine name? It's kind of inspired by Stevie Ray. That's what I'm trying to say, Gma. Like these people, they're obsessed with. They keep. I guess they're trying to say like they keep on trying to say like I'm like yeah that's cool like I know he wasn't white. People keep on like the trolls keep on saying shit like that. Like I care and like they don't. I don't know. They think I don't know why they always associate us with like people like why would I give a fuck like anything like I don't look at people like that. We don't look at people based on shit like that. You feel me? Yeah, they shouldn't call it racism. They should call it retarded from now on because it's retarded to be racist. Yeah, it's all Homo sapien. Some of us are a little bit more freaky and funky than others, but we all Homo sapiens. How cold is it where everybody's at? Am I Amish? Fuck no, I ain't Amish. Oh, Alex, retarded. What do you got going on? Oh, I get it now. Yeah, dude, don't be. It's about close to that here too, Raven. I believe we are in a similar vibe. Mm. Fuck yeah, it feels cold as hell. It's a jury day. A hipster poser dweeb. I can tell by your name and by your photo that you're a dumbass bitch. X Carnage X 1000. What up, Stinkor? Wake and bake with tater and eggs. I had my wake and bake, but I ain't had my tater eggs yet. That's the next on the menu. Yeah, we all. Mm. What is this cross for? Well, I don't believe it's good to like wear shit like you don't want to like be like, oh, I believe in God. Let me pray loudly in public so people can see me praying in God. I want them to know I believe in God. Like, oh, I'm more holy than thou. No, that's not what it is. For style, also to proclaim the name of my Lord and Savior, but for style mostly. It's because they couldn't do good business. I don't think either one of those have anything to do with it. I'd say the crime maybe would affect the business, but I mean, I don't like what I'd have to look into the history. I'd have to look into the. It would definitely be crime. I would say if those are the only two options, but I would have to like look into the ledgers, like see what kind of practices the business owner would use, how they worth their money, before I looked at anything like that. But no, fuck no. This isn't like it's not pre 1950s U.S. where they can go shut down somebody's business and shit. The Ku Klux Klan rights and no. What up, Dave? And I noticed only liberal people are obsessed with this race shit. I wasn't this the episode. This is shit is about taking accountability for your own actions. It's not about what race Jesus was and what kind of people do this and all this different shit. But yeah, I would say I believe that's what they want you to do. That's the plan, Stinkor, is to take away beliefs in God and put more belief in shit like aliens and extra other shit. That's what it is. Take belief away from God. And that's what Project Bluebeam's all about. And they've been pushing this since then World War II. All right, and that's why all the Hollywood, sci-fi, all this shit's like, oh, you got space. Elon Musk trying to get up there. No, aliens, that could be the biggest deep fake of all time. What a strange. Y'all see, we got a bitch in the chat. He's saying, I'd love to see your moderator in person, see what they have to say to my face. But fuck you, dude. You wouldn't do shit either. What the fuck you talking about? She'd do some shit. You wouldn't do nothing. Jesus was, I believe that he's more in a chill vibe. Yeah, Pilgrim's War. The kind of bands that I listened to growing up were, honestly, the Beatles are my favorite band. Like, I don't listen to them as much anymore, but there was a time when I would autistically listen to him, like I Am Sam kind of shit. And what up, Jane? I see you in there. But yeah, I guess I don't know. I kind of like always. I'm into blues. I've always been into blues. Muddy Waters is a personal hero of mine. I like soul music, so yeah, I like the OJ's. I like the Dramatics. I things of that genre. And then what was the other thing you said? I'm all right. Yeah, the Pilgrims were religious absolutists, but they weren't. I was trying to get to that comment that you said, but they weren't like they was still like they weren't as rigid as everybody. I think that like that image. I've been doing some research. That image was given to them as a they were extremely into their faith and into their religion. Um, and like, but they were still, they had a lot of kids. The Pilgrims, they had like fucking families of like 15, 16 kids, with two parents, and then they just drank beer. They'd get together, have little. They had their little get-togethers. Yeah, y'all, I'm yadded out. Your boys yadded out, y'all. You're host of this show. I believe every man should wear a pinky ring. That's a wedding ring to yourself. You feel me? Listen again. Your masculine imperative as a man is to wear a pinky ring. You get married to yourself because we gotta. What do we gotta do? We gotta love ourselves before we can love anybody else. Dookie burrito. Fuck no. You can go fuck one, but I never support one of them motherfuckers. I'd be nice to one in person, honestly. I would never be mean or no shit, but I wouldn't like treat them any differently than anybody else. Tipo Sultan, what country are you from? I guarantee every one of them gay soldiers would kick your country soldier's ass. Yeah, I see. I grew up on. That's what initially like. So growing up, I grew up with my grandparent, my grandmother. So like it was like Elvis's gospel music, a little bit of country music, mostly gospel Christian music. Um, it was a comment. Somebody's comment there said some dumbass shit. Um, yeah, but I got sound like what initially got me. I remember when I met my mom when I was 13. Like she'd like introduced me to Ozzy. That's why it upset me and Ozzy had died. Whenever Nirvana was a big one, Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, all that, the whole, and it's like I really, whenever I get into something, I get into it. Music, now it's Warhammer at this point, like wargaming in general. Yeah, these people, they're on some fucking crazy shit. These people are on some weird shit. I swear, they're on. What is the obsession with sexuality and race? Are they bots? Do you think these are extremely? Do you think these are like advanced AI? Eldon says, "Enjoy your radiation charged smart meter showers." How do you check for smart meter showers? There's the question. A lot of people's parents didn't take belts to their asses, for sure. You want to see it? Here you go. There it is, motherfucker. Okay, femoids. Fuck you. Tipo Soten, I believe you come from Adam and Leroy. She got. Lord have mercy. I need to get me on something. I need to get me something eating. I don't know what. I don't want to have to resort to McDonald's. Y'all know it's shitty. It's shitty to have. If you want to like, it's better like. What do you? Is it better to starve or to get something quick from McDonald's? What up, Victor? Thank you, brother. Yeah, Raven, you being chill. Nah, dude, you've been chill, dude. You seem and you have some good not like you contribute to the you've contributed positively to the chat. We've had a good little chat. Everybody, we've had a good active show. What up, Prepper 101? Look, we have a lot see a lot of new faces. We have a lot of people that have been here for years. I'm Prepper 101. Obviously, you've been here for years. Like I said, a lot of new faces at the same time as you, but we um we get down with some shit over here. We really anything that I say is actually shit that I do and believe and actually live my life like. And same thing with anybody, any of like the crew. I guess we have our own. It's a subgenre of YouTube. I've been to Peru, Colombia. I stopped in Colombia for just a couple hours at the airport. I think it was Medellin, but I lived in Lima. I lived in Lima, Peru for about 6 or 7 months. Where are you from? Are you from the UK? Waste of space. I feel like you're from the UK based on some of your terminology. Well, yeah, fuck no degeneracy. Like, but it's people just need to leave people alone, let them do their thing, and not force your lifestyle in front of other people's eyes. That's how I feel about it. Like, don't be putting your lifestyle in front of people's eyes. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, we got the Pilgramites up in here, dude. Shit, I think we got just about every Pilgramite in the membership in here right now. Hell yeah! Shout out to all y'all for sure. And y'all don't have to do that. Y'all know I don't ask y'all to do that. I do appreciate it, like, cause it's like this channel. It's kind of yeah, I always talk about being a broadcaster is what I've wanted to do my whole life. So I'm just trying to, if I can make people laugh, if I can get people to like, um, because we all know about all the serious darkness of everything going on around us in this world. We all know, like, yes, we need to be prepared for this, and yes, it's good to like have this serious kind of not, but yeah, you need to be able to get a good laugh, and you need to be able to like look deeper into things, and that's what I want from this channel. About damn hell yeah, I'd love to run me a strip joint too. Honestly, you could buy a strip club in another country for like 10 or 15, 20,000 bucks American. Have a good day, Raven. Yeah, because I'm very esoteric. Like I am Christian, but I'm Christian. I believe in I believe the only way to heaven is through belief in Jesus Christ, and then also you have to through your best attempts because we're all human beings. We're all mortals. You got to leave. You got to try to live that life the new life that you want to do, the new life that the new life that you got to be the change you want to see. Um, and now with that being said, I went squirrel. Went squirrel. Yeah, thank you everybody who's been here, dude. For sure, we had a good little stream. Um, some weak trolls. Some somewhat. Well, no shit, dude. I never said Jesus said he was Christian. Like, and he never called his father. He's like, well, his followers are. It's, you know how in the Bible how they have Lamanites, Israelites, all that. They call them ites because it was same thing with it's an attachment to your faith. But I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta start getting ready for work. People, somebody get his comment off of there. Ban that comment. Yeah. So you can't force exactly. You can't force shit. That's how my whole. That's what I want. That's why I'd like to. That's why Christianity has kind of had like a bad rap with a lot of people, and that's why they might be going for alternatives. Is because they have a good day, Teresa. I don't know if I said hi to you, so you're in here. But they had a force on them, dude. There's got to be a different way to be showing people and teach people shit. Peace out, everybody.